How y'all doing today? Some that I ran across, some I was thinking about, I was reading the scriptures. Um, Something that happened with the disciples and Yahshua, the Christ, right? He told them, he said, look, the spirit is strong, but the flesh is weak. Because in your spirit, you may feel strong, or you may feel, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. But the flesh is always battling with the spirit. It's constantly battling with the spirit. Constantly. Okay, and the reason why he was constantly telling his disciples, why he was telling them this, is because he was pretty much telling them, look, don't depend on yourself. Because when you depend on yourself and you depend on, you just say, hey, I'm going to do this. It's not guaranteed, because the true strength to endure the things that's coming in the future or things in your life comes from above. David was one of the greatest warriors alive, but he had the spirit of Yah. That spirit of Yah is what pushed him to be that confident warrior that he was. Daniel, when he was thrown in the den of lions, the cave, it was the spirit of Yah that pushed him to have strength and faith. You see what I'm saying? To be able to endure something like that, to be thrown in fire and do all these different things. You see what I'm saying? But it was a practice. It was an ongoing practice of prayer and different things like that. Daniel prayed 3 times a day. Look at the book of Psalms. We know David was constantly talking to the Most High. In the book of Mark, right? The book of Mark, chapter 14, what it says. Let's go to verse 27. He said, Yahshua say unto them, all you shall be offended because of me this night, for it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. But after that I am risen. I will go before you into Galilee. But Peter said unto him, although all shall be offended, yet will not I. You see that? So Peter said, look, they may be offended, but not me. So spiritually, he was there. Spiritually, he like, I'm ready. But Yahshua knew, like, you're not ready. But Yahshua told them how to get ready. Let's see what he said. Verse 30, and Yahshua said unto them, verily I say unto you, said unto him, verily I say unto you, that this day, even in this night, before the cock crow twice, thou shalt not deny me thrice. But he spake the more vehemently, if I should die with thee, I will not deny thee in any wise. Likewise also said they all. So they all said it. Peter said it, and the other disciples said it too. It's not to say don't be a person that's thinking negative. That's not what Yahshua is saying. You have to think positive. Definitely, you have to think positive. But you have to have a humble mind also to know, hey, Father Yah, if it's your will, allow me to have strength to do this and do that and do that. You see what I'm saying? And then when situations occur at that moment, you will notice you will have the strength. You see? But there's nothing wrong with thinking confident and saying, I can defeat this, I can do this, and I can do that. But the point Yahshua was saying was, look, you have to seek the Most High. Look what he told him. Look what he told him. Verse 32, and they came to a place which was named Gethsemane. And he say unto his disciples, sit ye here, while I shall pray. And he taketh with him Peter, James, and John, and began to be sore amazed and to be very heavy, and say unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful unto death. Tarry ye here and watch. And he went forward a little and fell on the ground and prayed. Now look at this. This was the only perfect man that walked the earth. Yahshua. Nobody else walked the earth was like him. Perfect. But look what happened. And he fell on the ground and prayed that if it were possible, the hour might pass from him. So even Yahshua the Messiah, as perfect as he was, his flesh got to him when he knew that the hour was coming for him to be sacrificed. Understand what's going on. This is Yahshua. We have to listen to the words that he says. Look what he said. Verse 36. And he said, Abba, Father, all things are possible unto you. Take away this cup from me. Nevertheless, look what he say then though. Nevertheless, not what I will, but what thou will. So he's saying, look, my flesh is weak, Father. If you can change this and allow me to get through this without going through this terrible torture of the flesh that I got to go through, because they tortured Yahshua. And he knew that, man, he knew what he was about to go through. The harm that was about to be done to the flesh and the pain that he was going to have to go through. But how did he receive strength? Verse 37, and he cometh and findeth them sleeping, and say unto Peter, Simon, sleepest thou? Couldest thou not watch 1 hour? Verse 38, watch ye and pray. I'm going to repeat that. Watch ye and pray, lest you enter into temptation. Look at this, what he say. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. So he told us right there what to do. Because Yahshua, at that hour, even his flesh got to him. But how did he get the strength? How did he get the strength to move forward from Father Yah? He went and prayed. He went and prayed. And we know this because look what he said in verse 39. And again, he went away and prayed and spake the same words. So once again, think positive, because thinking positive is of Yah. But also remember that we are not perfect. We dealing with this right here. So you got to constantly pray to the Most High for strength. And that's what the disciples, that's what he told them. Look, at this point in time, y'all spirit is strong, but just remember, be humble and know where that strength come from. Okay? So we got to constantly pray and stop trying to do it on our own. Hallelujah.